snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys! So today I will be doing 2 book reviews and I have a couple of books to show you. They are all yellow, so I thought I would bunch them together into this video because why not? I don't review enough yellow books, so I thought why not bunch them all into one? Let's get started. The first book that I'm going to be talking about is this lovely one. It is called The Girl with All the Gifts and it's by M.R. Carey. You guys might know that there is actually going to be a film of this coming out very soon. This is the film cover, or film tie-in cover. I was given this copy by my friend Charlotte, whose channel is Charfreyers. I will link her down below, and she gave this to me a little while back as a present, and then this copy was sent very kindly to me by Orbit because they wanted me to read and review the film tie-in version. Quite like this one because I think that it kind of represents what I imagine the film will be like. So this is book 1. Besides this, I was also very kindly given a free credit by Audible to review the audiobook, so not only did I have these lovely 2 copies of the book, but I also had a wonderful copy from Audible, so thank you to them for giving that to me as well. And I have to say, I did listen to more of this than read it, although I did read some of it in the physical book when I was at home and I couldn't be bothered to find my headphones. I definitely think that the audiobook narration for this was fantastic, so if you haven't listened to it or read it, I think either form really works. I really enjoyed it. But what is this book all about? Let me tell you. Basically, this is a twist on a zombie idea, a zombie apocalypse. I hate the idea of zombies. I've never been a fan of them. I just don't like it. It's not something I'm interested in. So when this book was originally pitched and loads of people were talking about it and loving it, I was like, it's probably not for me. I was totally wrong, because this is a twist on the original zombie apocalypse idea. It's so interesting. It's definitely got its own unique quirks. It has a central main character who we follow, who is actually different. She is the girl with all the gifts. She is very different from a lot of people in this world. She is special in some way, and I'm not going to say quite how because you find that out as the book goes on, but she's definitely special in some way. And seeing her perspective, the perspective of Melanie, the young girl, was so interesting. It really made me connect to this story that I wasn't expecting to love, and I love that because Melanie's story is personal, it's very interesting, it's definitely got emotional moments and some real loving, caring, heartbreaking moments, which I wasn't expecting in a zombie book. So all of that surprised me, all of that was really wonderful, and I went into this book pretty much knowing nothing except it kind of has zombies somehow, and that everyone I knew liked it. So I'm really glad that I did pick this up. I'm really glad that I did give it a chance, and I'm particularly glad that once I did pick it up, I was pleasantly surprised. It was very fast-paced, it was very easy to get through, but it didn't feel rushed, which is great. I definitely love the idea that this is going to be made into a film because I don't normally think zombie films are anything I would go see, but this one sounds, because I've read the book now, like something I would definitely like to go and see, and I could imagine whilst I was reading it, this in film form, so I think it's going to be one of those books that does translate pretty well, provided they do a good job. The trailer looks good, so I hope it's good. We'll have to see, but I really enjoyed reading this way more than I expected to, so if you are kind of like me and you think zombies are probably not my thing, maybe give this a try. I'm definitely excited to read M.R. Carey's other book. I definitely want to pick it up at some point and give it a go. I would love to hear if you guys have read this because I feel like I might be one of the only people who hadn't read it until now, but I'm really glad that I saved it until just before the film came out because now I'm so excited about it. As I say, the audiobook narration was really good. I definitely think that the narrator did a great job of acting out all the people. I love it when they can do different voices. I kind of find it a bit boring when the narrator is just monotone and doesn't really change it up, but I think the narrator for this was fantastic, so really do go and check that out if you are an audiobook person. Thank you to Orbit and Audible for giving me my copies, and Charlotte for giving me this one. I might do a giveaway of one of these because I have 2 copies, so yeah, let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. I also have 2 copies of this, so if you would be interested in a giveaway of that too, let me know, and I might do that because I don't need 2 copies and I would love to do some giveaways. So yeah, that is it. That's my review on this one. Now moving on to book number 2 that is yellow, and that one is, coincidentally, book number 2 in a series, which is Imprudence by Gail Carriger, and it's the second book in the Custard Protocol series. I requested this one from Orbit and they were kind enough to send it to me, and I also got given an audiobook version from Audible, so thank you to both for sending this to me. I really enjoy Gail Carriger's books, and I've never listened to the audiobook of hers before, but I've heard from all of my friends that the audiobook narrator is great, so I wanted to listen to it, and I was very, very happy when they said that you can listen to it. I was very, very happy, and I do think that, again, the narrator is really, really good, so you should 100% check it out on Audible if that is your thing. This book follows our main character of Prudence, or Rue as she is nicknamed, as she and her very merry crew kind of form up on their adventures once again. And in this one we have the problem of Rue's father may be deteriorating and she doesn't really know how to help him. No one really knows how to help him. He's a werewolf, and werewolves, when they get old, bad things happen, and so he's kind of at that point of his life where bad things are starting to happen and they have to figure out what they're going to do about it. Besides that, Rue has to deal with the fact that she's kind of messed things up a little bit in book number 1 of this series, and she has to go and face the consequences of all of her actions at the very start of this, and some of them are not great for her, and it kind of spirals from that point on into her becoming a target. We also have a romance in this. Now I have to say the romance is the one bit of this book that really did annoy me at times. I do think that Gail Carriger is fantastic at romance in the Parasol Protectorate series. I don't believe the romance in this one at all. I don't know what it is. It feels very contrived to me and it feels like they're not really connected. That's my only quibble with it. Besides that, I adore this series because it's just as funny as the Parasol Protectorate and Finishing School series. It's really witty at times. It definitely has some great moments of character names. They're some of the best things that Gail Carriger does, and hearing the character names said aloud on the audiobook was also really highly amusing. I did have a few giggles as I was commuting to and from work. It's just a really enticing, wonderful read. So if you don't mind the romance, or you can get past it, which is kind of what I do, then maybe this will be a series that you would 100% want to pick up. The first one, as I say, is Prudence, so start with that, but you don't want to read this series unless you've already read the Parasol Protectorate series, because this series will spoil you for Parasol Protectorate. You can read Finishing School at any time, because Finishing School is a prequel to Parasol Protectorate that doesn't connect hugely, but you don't want to be reading this one first, so definitely start off with the Parasol Protectorate series. Like I say, I really enjoyed this book and this book. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars and I gave this one 4.5 out of 5 stars overall, so I would highly recommend both of them. I said this was going to be a yellow books review. I mean, this has a little bit of yellow on it. This one's definitely got yellow on the spine. But let's be honest, the most yellow of them all is this one. So thank you so much to Audible and to Orbit for sending me both of these books. You guys are amazing. I really enjoyed them and I can't recommend them higher to you guys, so definitely let me know down below if you've read them or if you're planning to. Let me know what you're reading currently. Do you have any yellow books? I tend to find that yellow books are pretty hard to find in my house and I don't have that many of them. So let me know what your favourite yellow book is. I would love to know. Thank you all for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with me again.